I'm attorney Corey Luedeman with RSH Legal. If you've applied for Social Security disability benefits and have been denied, you have the right to appeal the Social Security Administration decision. The appeal process basically asks various people within the Social Security Administration to take another look at your case. But how long the appeals process lasts varies. A lot of times it's a long period of time. There's no way to know exactly how long it will take for the SSA to approve your application. You could be approved at any point in the appeals process, including the initial application. On the other hand, it could take 3 months, 3 years. It just depends on where in the process you are approved for the disability benefits if you're ultimately approved. So let's walk through the different steps of the appeals process. That way you can better understand what each part of the process means. First, after you've received an initial denial, you have to request reconsideration. So that happens after you've filed your initial application, and that takes between 3 and 6 months before Social Security gets back to you. They review the application and your medical records and make a decision. If that application is denied, you have 60 days to file a written appeal. This part of the appeal process is called the request for reconsideration. At this point, it may benefit you to get an Iowa Social Security disability lawyer involved in your case. Among other things, a lawyer can track down your most up-to-date medical records, get your doctor's opinions regarding your restrictions and limitations, and submit them to Social Security. These records can help Social Security make a more informed decision about whether or not you meet their criteria for being disabled. Reconsideration normally takes between 2 and 3 months. I have seen it last longer over the years, but it could be sometimes up to 7 months is the longest I've seen. The vast majority of claims at this point in the process are denied and must move to the next step. That's requesting a hearing by an administrative law judge. If your request for reconsideration is denied, then you have to request the hearing in front of the administrative law judge. That's also within 60 days of the reconsideration denial. This is where the real bottleneck in the case can begin. Because there are so few administrative law judges to hear disability claims, applicants can wait anywhere from 14 to 22 months or more before they even see a judge. Before your hearing, your Social Security attorney will answer any questions that you might have and prepare you for some of the questions that the judge may ask. During the hearing, a judge will listen to your testimony, may ask you questions. If you have any experts or other witnesses to testify on your behalf, the judge will hear them as well at that time. Generally, your hearing won't be very long, usually about an hour or less. It's important to know that you may not receive a decision by the judge during the hearing or on the day of the hearing. Often a judge will review your case after the hearing is completed and send a letter with the decision to you and your attorney if you have an attorney representing you. Do not feel discouraged if you don't get a ruling that day. It's not unusual for the judge to make a decision after the hearing. It's more unusual for them to not tell you what's going on at the hearing with their decision process. Request appeals counsel review if your claim is denied once again by the judge. You can request an appeals counsel review of the case within 60 days of the judge's denial. This step is to evaluate whether the judge at your hearing made an error of law in ruling against you. This part of the process can take another 12 to 15 months. Many claims at this point in the process are denied. If you get a denial from the appeals counsel, then the next step is to file a lawsuit in federal court. This is the final step in the appeals process. It's a lawsuit against Social Security in federal court, and this part of the appeal is very complicated, and it's likely you would need to have the help of an experienced Social Security disability lawyer to file this lawsuit. This review is used to determine whether or not the proper legal rules were followed when you were denied disability by the Social Security Administration. It's difficult to win a disability case in federal court, and we do not recommend anyone pursue this step without experienced legal counsel. If your Social Security disability claim has been denied, our disability attorneys can help you begin the appeal process. call RSH Legal today at 1-800-433-0283 or visit our website, fightingforfairness.com, for more information.